If you participated in our FSHD epigenetic research testing and asked for your results back and you got a report, some of you got something that says mosaic for FSHD, and that's very confusing. The question is, am I FSHD or not FSHD in this? Well, mosaic, well, you're both, okay? And so I'm going to walk you through that, what essentially mosaic for FSHD means. So typically, if a parent is FSHD1, they have a 50% chance of passing FSHD on to each child because 50% of their sperm or 50% of their eggs are going to have the FSHD mutation. Okay, so what can happen though is you can have if you're not FSHD or FSHD is not in your family, you have a spontaneous mutation. If the spontaneous mutation happens in a sperm or an egg, then that is passed on. Then you have a child, a healthy family can have a child that is FSHD. That person's not mosaic either. All of their cells are going to be FSHD or not FSHD. Okay. However, if the spontaneous mutation happens post-fertilization, okay, at the 2-cell stage or the 4-cell stage or even the 8-cell stage, now all of a sudden you have a situation where some of the cells are FSHD and some of your cells are not. Okay, and that's kind of illustrated right here. Okay, fertilization, a healthy sperm and a healthy egg got together, and you have a healthy 1-cell embryo. But at the 2-cell stage, there's a spontaneous mutation in one of the chromosome 4s, and so now you have a population of healthy and FSHD1 cells, and these non-FSHD cells go on and continue, and they divide, and all subsequent generations will not be FSHD. Whereas here, all subsequent generations actually do have the FSHD mutation. So now you end up with a mixture of cells where some are FSHD and some are healthy. Okay, and this is essentially what it means to be mosaic. You're a genetic mixture at the same locus of 2 different states. Okay, so you have both the healthy and the FSHD. Okay, and whether if this happened at the 2-cell stage, it could be like 50%. If it happened at the 4-cell stage, around 25% are going to be FSHD. And so this often is a milder form of the disease or even asymptomatic. And one indication that someone might be mosaic for FSHD would be that if you have multiple children that are FSHD1, yet you have no reported symptoms, it's quite possible you have FSHD. Just because statistically, if it's about 1 in 20,000 to have a spontaneous germline mutation, you would have to have that happen twice to have 2 kids that are FSHD. Whereas if you are mosaic, then you have a 50% chance that each kid could be FSHD. And so this is sometimes it's surprising to people, but that's essentially what we mean is that if you had some course back that says you're mosaic, we can pick this up. It's a little bit more difficult to pick up, but this can be picked up with the genetic assays as well. The southern blotting will pick it up. The single molecule and the combing are really good at picking up mosaic, but the epigenetic assay also picks it up, where you have this situation. Again, epigenetically and genetically, this is what's going on. All of your chromosomes have all of your cells have 1 healthy chromosome. A fraction of your cells have a 2nd healthy chromosome, whereas the other fraction of cells have the FSHD chromosome. Okay, so you'll always only have 2 chromosome 4s. If they're both healthy, that's great. But if you're a mixture of having 2 healthy versus FSHD, that makes you mosaic. So this is important from a genetic standpoint, from a family planning standpoint, and anyway, I hope you all understand. If it's not clear, please send me an email. Again, as always, happy to answer any questions, walk you through it, and make sure that you completely understand your report. So thank you.